gamers, it is your boy Ultracraft here with another Minecraft video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do survival. These are for new players. So when you first load into the world, what you're going to do is you're going to find your nearest tree and cut it down. With that tree, you're going to make a crafting table. With that crafting table, you can make things like wood tools. These chests will come useful later. Then, you'll mine the stone using the wood pickaxe. After doing that, you'll get stone tools, which can make the furnace. The cobblestone can. The cobblestone will make the furnace, and with the wood, with the not the planks, but the logs, you can make a smoker that will cook food faster than the furnace, but you cannot put materials into it. By the time you get all this, you should have a house. This is a basic house, which you should have. You'll have your basic things like the crafting table, the furnace, the chest, and the bed. You'll have to kill a sheep, and then put it with three sheep, if they all drop one piece of wool, and mix it with these wood planks. 3 wood planks and 3 wool of any color will make a bed. Then, what you should do before you get the house, it's nice to have, it's coal. And with this coal, you can mine it with either a wood pickaxe or a stone pickaxe. I just chose the stone pickaxe for just reasons. But with this coal, you can't use the furnace unless you have the coal. So when you put the coal into the furnace, you can light things up. Like these logs. The logs can turn into charcoal. And then that will have a greater output than coal. So let's say you put 5 logs in and 1 coal. It'll smell all of that with the 1 coal, and you'll come back with 5 charcoal, which is the exact same as coal. Pretty cool, right? And then by that time, you should have iron, which can only be mined with a stone pickaxe. By that time, when you get ready to craft all that, you'll be able to craft a stone cutter, which is good for replacing cobblestone. Normally, if you're wanting to make stairs and slabs, you're going to have to use 3 cobblestone for 4 slabs, but you can use 1 cobblestone for 1 slab in it. These are all the things you can make with iron. The bow and arrow is what you should have by then. It's a great weapon, and it'll come in handy later. So you'll have your basic set of tools. I'll suggest get the pickaxe first. Everything else can come later when you get all the better stuff. The bucket should be your next priority, because with the bucket, it's basically your best mobility before the elytra. I'm sorry, it's becoming night. Just change the time again. But, well, the fishing rod doesn't cost iron, but that's also good for food source. Then you can have shears to shear sheep and cut tree leaves down faster. They're very useful. Then you'll have a flint steel, which is very useful for later. But if you're using it to hunt, it's also very useful because you can get cooked food right there. The shield. I'd say this is the second most important thing to get once you first get iron. It only costs 1 iron and a bit of wood to make a shield. This armor will come much, much later if you're playing regular survival and you don't plan on beating the Ender Dragon anytime soon. You'll also be able to craft a compass and some iron. This iron block will help create the anvil, which is good for enchanting things. With that iron, you can also create a blast furnace, which will do materials much faster, but it won't cook food. And then the iron pickaxe can mine all of these. Copper can be mined with the stone pickaxe, I'm pretty sure. But everything here can only be mined with an iron pick. Anything beyond iron pick, so diamond, netherite, can mine all this. But it starts at the iron pick. Then, after you get these materials, you should be able to get diamonds. Diamonds can be used to create jukebox, which can play your music discs. I would still suggest getting the pickaxe first. With any set, you should always get the pickaxe. And then everything else can come later. Then you got the armor set, which will come much, much later, obviously. Then you have the diamond. The enchanted table. The single most important thing you're going to have. That's not the anvil. Once you get to villager trade, then the anvil will be much better. But with this, paired with 15 bookshelves going all around it, will make it level 15, and you'll be able to get things like Silk Touch. But you can do this interchangeably, so you can go into Nether when you get iron, or when you get diamond, but you can go to Nether. The stuff that you can receive. Quartz will be in the nether a lot. They give you experience plus all these beautiful quartz blocks. I love using quartz in my builds. Then you'll have stuff like nether gold. Now, there are piglin. They're a mob in the nether that, if you're not wearing gold armor, they're not going to be kind to you. But these, if you don't have any armor and you need it in a pinch, you can grab some. They'll drop a few gold nuggets, which can be turned into a gold ingot. After that, if you have 4 of those, you can create boots, which is the bare minimum. You can also create anything with this gold. Then, if you find another fortress, these are the things that you can receive. Blaze Rod, Wither Skeleton Head, Magma Cream if you find a Magma Cube in it, and a gold sword with the pigmen. This Wither Skeleton Head will help with beating the Wither. That's how you make the Wither itself, but they're extremely rare. You're going to want Looting 3 on your sword, which is an enchantment. These Blaze Rods are needed to go to the end. This is the bare minimum. And then you can turn that to blaze powder, which is actually the material used to get to the or to make the Eye of Ender. Then you can create all these potions using this and this blaze powder with a brewing stand. So these are some of the potions. I'm pretty sure. Redstone makes the potion last longer. So let's say you have a slow falling potion, which can be used by using a phantom membrane, which you have to stay up for a few nights, and you'll be able to brew this potion. Gunpowder can make any of your potions splash potions, which means you can throw it at people. Then I'm pretty sure Raven's Food is either speed or jump boost. Then a fermented spider eye will help you get a potion of weakness. When used with gunpowder, turn it into a splash potion. When you find your nearest zombie villager, you'll be able to cure it with a golden apple and a weakness potion, and then you'll have your own villager. Villager trades are something we can get into another time. Then, if you get lucky enough and use the bed mining method, because beds blow up in the nether and the end, you can use that for mining. With netherite, you'll first, when you mine this and smelt it, you'll get this. When paired with gold ingots, you can get this netherite ingot, which can be, but you don't have to craft it like these. So first you're going to grab your handy dandy smithing table. I can actually show you what. So you're going to need a diamond tool. So diamond tools are required for this. You'll go to your smithing table, put this in, put the netherite in, and there you go. You got yourself a netherite sword. You can do this with all of these, including armor. Armor is particularly good. It's just as good as diamond armor and protection, but it also has, each of these do -1 knockback. So when you get hit, there's a certain amount of knockback that pushes you back. This will reduce it. You can also make a lodestone with 1 netherite ingot, which, when paired with a compass, let me show you real quick, if I can find it. It will turn to look like an enchanted compass, and it will point always to that. They'll always point to that lodestone. Then, using those blaze rods and stuff, blaze powder, with an ender pearl, which can be excuse me, paired with an ender pearl, you'll be able to get the Eye of Ender. And then, but you're gonna have to find the stronghold to get to the end portal. Strongholds are very hidden inside the ground, so you're gonna have to use these Eyes of Ender and throw them. And it's gonna lead you the way to the stronghold, to the nearest stronghold. What you can find in it is bread. Then, once you find the portal, you'll need to use those Eyes of Ender that you used to get there and light the portal. Then it'll take you to the end. Things that you can find at the end, well, you'll first have to kill the Ender Dragon, which can give you the egg. The egg, once put a torch under, will drop the item. And then the Ender Dragon head can be found in the End City. The Elytra can also be found in the End City, and this is your final goal. This is the thing you want to get. This is your best mobility device. Every YouTuber uses it. Then these shulker things, or these shulker parts. When killing a shulker, which are purple boxes that look exactly like these, when killed, they can drop this. When paired with a chest, with 2 of these and a chest, you can make a shulker box. When broken, this shulker box will go into your inventory with everything in it. When you break a chest, everything will pop out of it. That's why shulker boxes are so useful. Then after you kill the Ender Dragon, you should be able to go kill the Wither. Using those 3 Wither skulls placed on top, you can create the Wither. You're going to want to have some good swords and stuff. From that Wither, you can create, when you kill it, it'll drop another star. When paired with obsidian and glass, you can make a beacon. A beacon, what it can do, is when you put any of these materials in it, you can get speed. And whenever you're around the beacon, you'll get speed. And you can have beacons go into a huge pyramid using materials, and you can get things like, you can get strength and jump boost with that. And with that, you see that's a single layered beacon by the colored in green. That's a double layered, and that's a triple layered. When you get the full beacon, you'll also get regeneration with it. But they cost a lot. They really do. And a nifty trick is if you use a glass pane, crouch, put that inside the beacon, you can change its color. Boosh. And you can also do that with regular glass too. This was the basic survival guide for all the things that you can use in survival. It's a pretty basic guide. There's also a lot of other things, like the Deep Dark, which can give you things like disc fragments for Music Disc 5. It can get you echo shards, which can be used to make the recovery compass, so when you die, it will track where you died. It'll point to it. Oh, and another thing about the Nether is if you grab soul sand and mix it with a torch or a soul torch, or a regular torch, you'll get these. Piglins will run away from these, so if they're attacking you, just place one down. They should run away. Should. It's kind of iffy. But yeah. That's most of the stuff for you. Reinforced deep slate you can't get on your own. But then you got the skulk, which can be found in Deep Dark. You do not want to mess with this. When paired with the skulk sensor, it'll call in the warden and he'll go kill you. The skulk, any skulk item when mined up will drop a certain amount of XP. The skulk catalysts, when a mob dies near it, it will spread the skulk all around. Oh yeah, and in the end cities, you'll find these chorus plants, which can drop these chorus fruit, which when eaten, let me demonstrate, it will teleport you. With that, if you put it in a furnace or whatever, you can turn it into pop chorus fruit, which then can be turned into, where is it? These purple blocks, which can be found in the end cities. So yeah, that's your basic guide to all things Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed it. This was very basic. There's like millions of other things that you should do in Minecraft. And there's even things that I missed on this. But don't point it out. I don't need it. This is just the basic guide for beginners. So if you're really wanting to get into Minecraft, this is the bare minimum of what you're going to have to go through. If you want a good world, at least. And here's some other tips. If it's like, let's say you're in the plains biome, a flat biome, I would suggest building one of these in a top surface house. But if you're on a mountain and you want to build a cave house, just build inside the mountain. It looks really cool at the end. Or you could have an underground house. If your terrain is not very flat for one of these surface houses, you can build one underground. But yeah, that's the video. And December is coming up in 2 days, so you're going to be getting another one of these types of things. I made this last Christmas. Yeah, my building skills are terrible. Were terrible. We'll see now. But yeah, that's your average video. I hope you enjoyed. And stay cool.